Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle. And today I'm talking about who won the Senate Majority Leader ballot, basically like the vote, the secret vote that happened. And not so too surprising, John Thune actually ended up winning. And it was between Rick Scott, John Thune, and John Cornyn. And obviously, the two biggest rhinos out of them all are definitely John Thune and John Cornyn. Now, John Thune and John Cornyn aren't the biggest rhinos in the Senate, but they are one of the more rhino-esque picks. And the one that actually ended up winning was John Thune. The one I really wanted to win was Rick Scott, because Rick Scott is a big MAGA guy. He's a big MAGA guy, and he would definitely push the MAGA agenda. Now, for some odd reason, the Senate decided to pick John Thune. John Thune's a big... I wouldn't say he's a massive rhino, but he is definitely more rhino than other people in the Senate. So it is very odd to see the senators vote for someone like John Thune. I know there is technically a ballot out there showing the people that didn't vote and did vote, but that no one knows if they can confirm or deny who they voted for, other than the ones that publicly endorsed Rick Scott, and the ones that did publicly endorse, not too many. There was not too many, I believe about 10 or so. Just to show you right here who did and who didn't vote, I believe it shows in this article. But yeah, Senate Minority Whip John Thune will be the new Republican Senate leader for the majority leader of the upper chamber in the new Congress. He will succeed Mitch McConnell, who is the longest serving party leader in history, which Mitch McConnell was awful as leader. And he basically was saying he's excited to work with the team and get right to work. And then here's how the voting happened. So Thune received 29 votes and Cornyn received 24 on the second ballot. I don't know if it shows the first ballot or not, but I believe Rick Scott only got about like 10 or 13. I believe 13. It doesn't show in this right here. But Rick Scott didn't get too many of the votes, which really, really sucks. And you got to remember that Trump did not endorse a candidate here. He did not endorse a candidate for Senate. He did endorse a candidate for House, which was obviously Johnson. So he obviously won unanimously. But Rick Scott was not endorsed by Trump because he was a little bit iffy on Rick Scott being the majority leader. So he just wanted it to play out how it played out, which is odd because John Thune and John Cornyn both said terrible things about Trump in the past. So they're very, very not trustworthy people. But I do think there is a positive here. John Thune will get stuff through more than Mitch McConnell has in the past. John Thune does support the border wall. John Thune does support like mass deportations and stuff like that. So there is stuff John Thune will definitely do. I'm just worried about other things that we don't know about yet, like how Trump wants to take away the Department of Education. Will John Thune be okay with that? Will he be okay with the Senate voting on to take away the Department of Education? It's just stuff like that I'm kind of worried about John Thune on. And I'll show you right here exactly why I'm worried. I actually put Grok. If you know Grok, it's like the AI to Twitter. And I just wanted to show you guys exactly what John Thune said negatively towards Trump in the past. And there's several things why John Thune is not too great. So here's the first thing. John Thune was one of the first GOP leaderships to call for Trump to withdraw from the presidential race after the release of his Access Hollywood tape. If you know the Access Hollywood tape, then you know exactly what that is. He's one of the few Republicans that called for him to withdraw after that. And remember that Trump didn't withdraw. He didn't withdraw, and he ended up winning the presidency. So that's one stupid thing that John Thune decided to say. Which, I mean, it was 2016, so I wouldn't hate on him too much for that. But this one's really inexcusable. The January 6th Capitol attack, Thune described Trump's actions leading up to during the January 6th Capitol as inexcusable. Despite this, he voted to acquit Trump during the impeachment trial, reasoning that a former president could not be impeached after leaving office. However, he made it clear that his vote to acquit was not an exoneration. So he basically called January 6th all Trump's fault, which is very, very stupid because obviously January 6th wasn't Trump's fault whatsoever. I mean, there was some things that could have been handled better, but it wasn't his fault. So John Thune's definitely not a Trump MAGA guy in any way. And then there's election integrity. This is a stupid one as well. After the 2020 election, Thune encouraged the party to move on from Trump's claims of election fraud, stating that it's time to focus on other goals of winning back the majority in future elections. He just suggests that rehashing the 2020 election took away focus from the ultimate goal of gaining political control. So John Thune didn't want to talk about the stealing of 2020 as well. So he's one of the ones that don't really care too much about that. So what I'm kind of worried about election integrity as well is if Trump wanted to pass voter ID laws, I'm kind of worried John Thune's going to try to push back on that because he doesn't think there's anything wrong with how the elections are held, which is very, very stupid. Then the GOP direction. Thune has expressed that focusing on Trump's personality rather than policy or electability might not be beneficial for the party. He has indicated his desire for the Republican Party to not be built around one person's personality, which is pretty stupid because remember, the Republican Party in the past majorly was the Mitt Romney party, especially during the Obama times. And remember, that party was the losing party. It was a party that really, really sucked. And honestly, I think Thune is that type of Republican, in my opinion. He's that type of Republican. And I do think, I understand what he said there, and it makes sense. But at the same time, he's really trying to indicate that Trump shouldn't be a part of this party whatsoever. And then the Senate leadership race. Although Thune has recently shown support for Trump's agenda following his election, there have been sentiments expressed on the platform X where users have recalled Thune's past criticism, including his hope for different Republican nominees and primaries in the future. So it's true, Thune is definitely not a Trump guy. There's also another thing that he said. I'll just mention it here because I can't really find it. Thune also said on Twitter at one point where when it was January 6th, when it happened, he basically said that Mike Pence should replace him immediately because of Trump's actions, which is very, very stupid. John Thune is just a very, very RINO-esque guy. I wouldn't say he's the biggest RINO. I think there could have been worse options for the Senate Majority Leader. Like John Cornyn, in a way, is worse, but I do think it would have been better if he got it because he's up for re-election in 2 years. But John Cornyn's worse than Thune in a way, and then you have Collins, she's way worse, and then you have Murkowski, way worse. So we didn't get the worst of the bunch, luckily. But it's still not a great option because you basically have a RINO running the Senate now. But luckily, the RINO in John Thune isn't as major as like Mitt Romney or someone like that because John Thune actually might get some stuff through. Just like I told you about like border security and stuff like that. So there are some things that John Thune does do well with, but there are also some things that he does horribly with. So it's a mixed bag, but Trump's the one that didn't endorse anyone, so it's kind of on him. If John Thune doesn't work out, you can also always try to oust John Thune from the majority leader seat. Trump never did that with Mitch McConnell. He did hate on him a lot during the 2020 election, like after he got elected. So I would say it's possible that Trump could try to oust the Senate majority leader if he does do that bad. So I think John Thune's going to try to be on his best behavior, at least for the next 4 years. If he doesn't, then I think Trump's really going to push the GOP to get him out of there. But that's basically up to him. And also, I want to show you right here, this gives a little bit of hope. So Senate Majority Leader Thune did say after he won, the GOP is united behind President Trump's agenda. So he didn't say President Trump, but he did say President Trump's agenda. So I would think that John Thune is going to be just fine as Senate Majority Leader, hopefully. I don't think he's going to have too much opposition. The only major things I worry about are certain things you don't really know too much about John Thune. Like I said, like dismantling the Department of Education. I don't know how he feels about that. And then some other things as well. Like how Trump wants to do recess appointments for his cabinet instead of doing just Senate votes. And he has expressed he would be like in the past, he's expressed he wouldn't do that. But he has said he's probably going to do what Trump wants. He's going to end up doing what Trump wants. So if he does do what he wants, I do think Trump's going to get his recess appointments and almost everything he wants if John Thune wants to keep his seat. That's basically how I feel about it. A very odd pick not for Trump, a very odd pick. It just shows that the establishment Republicans are still in the Senate, and it just shows even two of my senators, I believe, voted for John Thune, like Senator Capito of West Virginia. I think she was a big Thune supporter because she even came out on Twitter saying thank John Thune. She was very happy about John Thune. And I think Jim Justice also was the same way. But with Jim Justice, I wouldn't hate on him too much because I do know he just started being in the Senate, so you don't really want to make too many enemies. But when it comes to Capito, she's probably a very big RINO on the inside, and I really don't see her as a Trumpian Republican. She basically just does Trump's bidding because she doesn't want to be primaried. But we'll see. I mean, time will tell if Thune was a good choice. I think for now, we would just have to wait and see. If all of Trump's appointees go through recess, then I do think it's very, very possible that Trump can, that Trump will get all of his appointments, like for the cabinet, and John Thune could quite possibly be a good selection. If not, then I mean, Trump could always try to oust him as well. You never know. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this video for you guys today. This is more of like just an update on like what's been going on and stuff, which basically this has been happening. The Senate, the Senate leader has been finally selected over Mitch McConnell. It's definitely something very, very different than Mitch McConnell, but not too different because it is a Mitch McConnell-esque person, but a little bit better of a person, you know. But anyway, guys. My next video hopefully will probably be on either the Senate or the House, like a recap of it. The Senate so far on the New York Times is showing, I believe, one more race, and I think they're doing a recount or something. So I don't think that's going to get called sometime soon. And then when it comes to the House, I believe it's at 217 now. So once it hits that 218 mark, I will go over it and stuff, talk about some little things as well. And then I will be talking about the cabinet once Trump appoints all of his cabinet members. I'm not going to wait until the Senate agrees to pick them. I'm just going to wait until Trump announces each one. When every single one is announced by Trump, the major ones mainly, then I will post about it on YouTube and stuff and talk about all the picks. There was definitely a very, very major one today. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but there was a major one today that was insane. And even Republicans on certain sides are just so surprised by the pick, and I can see why. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure when my next video will be out, but it'll be out sometime soon. I'm very, very excited to be talking about the cabinet members and all sorts of stuff with you guys. All in-depth stuff, more fun stuff than actual just election stuff. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.